Recently, a retail trade association engaged BTerrell to process rebates earned by their members for sales of qualifying products manufactured or distributed by certain suppliers with whom the association has negotiated rebate incentive agreements. The process of dispersing rebates to association members begins with a distributor supplier providing qualifying product sales data to the association. After the association validates the data and invoices the distributor supplier for the total amount of earned rebates, the association will disperse the earned rebates to each member by electronic funds transfer. I'm Brian Terrell, managing partner of BTerrell Group. The rebate workflow begins with validation of a distributor supplier's raw sales data file represented as a purple symbol in the workflow. BTerrell uses a robotic process automation to validate the raw sales data file represented as a black box in the workflow. And once validated, the software robot posts the supplier distributor's validated data directly to Sage Intacct. Validated rebate data creates three transactions in Sage Intacct. First, there's a distributor rebate receivable that represents the full amount of all rebates earned by the association's members. Next, a member rebate payable represents the full amount of all rebates earned by each individual member. And finally, a member rebate adjustment nets the amounts a member owes the association against the member rebate payable. Let's look at how robotic process automation validates a raw data file. Here's a simplified example of a distributor supplier's raw sales data. This file contains everything required to calculate and pay rebates earned by the association's members. It contains incorrect association member identifiers, which we've highlighted in yellow. It also contains some invalid sales volume amounts, which have also been highlighted in yellow. The end user will now start the robotic process automation to analyze the file for incorrect data elements. First, a message box collects the processing date to be applied to the validation routines. Once entered, the robot instantly opens the spreadsheet without using the Excel program, validates the data in the file, and saves the result in two output files. Here, we see the user opening the first output file entitled Result, and this spreadsheet contains validated rebate data that may now be posted to Sage Intacct. The second output file is entitled Exception, and this file contains invalid rebate data that may now be researched by the association's staff. Each error is organized on different worksheets within the exception file by type, making it easier for staff to research and resolve the issues. Now that we have good rebate data, we can post the transactions to Sage Intacct. The end user accesses the rebate menu, browses for the file, verifies its contents, and then clicks the import button. The import routine actually posts three different transactions to Sage Intacct. Let's take a look at the first of these transactions, a distributor rebate receivable. This invoice books the total amount of rebates earned by the members and owed by the distributor supplier for the period. Notice the distributor supplier's rebates are summarized in the transaction by product ID. This detail flows to Sage Intacct's general ledger as a dimension and simplifies analytical reporting, allowing the association to track the performance of the agreements they've negotiated with distributor suppliers on behalf of their members using Sage Intacct reports or Sage Intacct dashboards that run directly from the general ledger and are published within a browser. Next, let's take a look at a posted member rebate payable. This bill represents the total amount of rebates earned by one member for the period, and there may be 1,000 or more of these posted to Sage Intacct for any given distributor supplier. Notice the members' rebates are summarized in the entry by product ID. This detail flows to Sage Intacct's general ledger as a dimension, simplifying analytical reporting and allowing the association to track the performance of their members in the marketing agreements that the association has negotiated on their behalf. The final posted transaction is a member rebate adjustment. A transaction of this type is posted as an AP debit memo for certain outstanding member receivables to offset the member rebate payables. The robot posts both this AP debit memo and a corresponding AR credit memo to the members' accounts to offset amounts the members may owe the association at rebate payment time. Notice the members' adjustments are summarized in the entry by member benefit ID. This detail flows to Sage Intacct's general ledger as a dimension, ensuring the member will be current in their account balances with the association at rebate payment time. In summary, robotic process automation validates and posts rebate transactions in a fraction of the time formerly required. In fact, the raw data submitted by the distributor supplier can be continuously updated and revalidated instantly until all exceptions have been removed from the file. Once the distributor supplier's raw data file is fully validated, the robot automatically posts the accounting transactions to Sage Intacct required to securely disperse rebates using electronic funds transfer. For more information on BTerrell Rebate Managed Services and Sage Intacct, please follow us on LinkedIn. Visit BTerrell.com or send a note to info@BTerrell.com. We'll share more detail about the rebate managed services we can provide to trade associations to decrease the amount of effort required to validate and process member rebates.